Alright guys, I recently bought some parts for my 2024 GSXR 750, such as this carbon fiber chain guard. Didn't fit very well at first. It kind of pissed me off. I put it on, took it off, and if anybody's ever done that, they know how much of a pain it is because of the screw right behind here. So leaving the wheel on, you can take it on and off, but it is time consuming and it's a pain. But it's doable without taking the wheel off. But I also got and received today this carbon fiber beauty, and I absolutely do have to take the wheel off because of the bolt on this side of the bike over here, unfortunately. So here I am, right before the hurricane. I brought it inside just in case it floods. My house is a little bit higher than the garage, so hopefully that's not an issue. And I figured while I have all of this apart, I also have some stainless brake lines coming, and they should be here tomorrow, and I'll have stuff to do during Hurricane Milton. Unfortunately, I'm gonna sit here and ride it out, and hopefully nothing too terrible happens. I'm in flood zone C, so, you know, I don't know what that really means. You never know. It's a category 5, or at least that's what they're predicting. Storm surge and flooding could be crazy. I don't think I've ever actually been in a Cat 5 hurricane with a direct hit going up the bay. It's unpredictable. So pray for me. Hopefully nothing bad happens. This is what I'm going to be spending my time on, though, in the meantime, is just in the air conditioning. Heaven forbid we don't lose power and there is air conditioning, we have light. This is what I'm gonna be doing, just working on the bike. So crazy nightmare stuff going on outside, happy days inside, right guys? At least that's what we hope for. I guess while I have all this apart, I'll go ahead and clean the sprocket. Take it outside. Chain's not going to get cleaned in here, unfortunately. Got to be careful with what I do. And the brake lines, man, I want to put them on in here. I think I have more cardboard I can probably throw down just in case. Don't want to get that on my carpet, even though it's pretty worn out actually. And if your bike isn't as new and you guys are doing this, you might want to consider getting some white lithium grease to put on the bearing inside the wheel here. My bike's pretty new. The grease looks good. I'm not gonna sweat that. I'm not gonna try and put more on. But if you do have an older bike, used bike, whatever the case may be, I would probably get yourself some more grease. Also, another helpful tip, make sure you don't touch the back brake when you take off the caliper. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. Unless you're replacing the brake fluid or the brake lines, then it doesn't really matter. But if you're just taking the tire off to do something that you needed the tire off to do, do not depress that back brake. Otherwise, the pads are gonna, depress a little bit, and to get them back open is not gonna be fun. So, just a helpful tip. Anyway, I just thought I would share with you guys what this is gonna look like when it's done. This is all from eBay. Place called Z4 Parts, I think. I was initially, not too happy with the fitment, but I figured it out. I guess I didn't say it, but I got these nylon washers and some O-rings actually. So there's a little O-ring for the pop pin over yonder, and that kind of helps the stability there, because the holes that they put in this carbon fiber part are just too large, and it didn't tighten down enough. So it was an issue at first, but with the correct washers in place to extend it a little bit, it's nice and tight now, nice and tight up front with the O-ring up here. And really all you gotta do, you can leave the tire on to replace this. I just took off one screw here and tilted it down, and that's how I got in and out through here. And like I said, it just takes a lot of patience with this screw here. I guess a lot of people just in general don't ever put their chain guard back on, but if the chain ever breaks, it's, you know, you're gonna be thankful it's there. Trust me. Just trust me on that one. Have a chain guard. That's basically it though. I think I've rambled enough. So I hope this helps somebody, whether you're getting some replacement carbon fiber parts or you're just taking apart the back of your jigsaw here. By the way, this is a 32 millimeter axle nut, and the foot-pounds, I believe, is 72.5 foot-pounds when you torque it back on. And there's 3 spacers in there that you need to make sure go back in. So just throwing it in there too, just in case. But I would read your manual as well if you do plan on taking any of this apart.